I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
Today we're doing a kind of different video. Our friend Steve over at the Lawn Gnome does a monthly series called 10 for 12. We were a part of it last month or the month before doing our top 10 book to movie adaptations. So he shouts out different people every month, and this month's topic was for top celebrities you would love to narrate some of your favourite books. So not ones where they did narrate it, but where you think their voice would be a really good fit.
He collabed with some people for this video as well. Hope Ortega, April Sarah and Denise Marie. So you should go check out their channels as well because they've done a video similar to this one and it's a really good idea. So these are, we've done 5 each because we have just people that we want to narrate our favourite books. So these are ours.
I'm going to do these in any order because I don't really have a major preference. I don't want this to feel like a top 5 Wednesday either. So my first one is probably one people won't really know what I'm talking about. But there's an actress called Zoe Wanamaker. She's Madame Hooch in Harry Potter, if that gives you some context. So that's her voice. It's quite a unusual sounding voice. And I would like her to narrate The Name of the Wind because even though I haven't read that book, I know it's like an epic fantasy. And she narrates and is voices a character in my favourite Xbox 360 games, Fable. She's a really important part of it, and her voice just makes me think of that kind of fantasy magicalness, and her narrating fantasy series would be so good. So yeah, that's kind of an unusual one people won't really know of, but I think it's my favourite.
I want to do a pretty weird one as well. I want Gok Gwan to read Winger by Andrew Smith, purely because of the themes, and I reckon he'd really like this book if he read it. And Gok Gwan's hilarious, and I think there are funny bits in Winger that he would narrate really nicely, but obviously the deep bits he'd be able to get behind, and I just think he is a person that would associate with the themes in Winger, and I just really like both the person and the book, so I think that'd be a really nice collaboration.
My next one is that I would like Benedict Cumberbatch to narrate the Harry Potter series. Steve mentioned in his list that he would like a member of the Harry Potter cast to narrate the series. And I agree with all his reasons that it would be really nice and a really nice link to the film. But I'm kind of going against that because Benedict Cumberbatch became famous after Harry Potter had finished. So he's now a really famous British actor who wasn't a part of it. So I just think he'd be really good at doing all the different voices, and he'd be a recognisable voice but not someone who you would definitely think of being a certain character. And I just like his voice. The 7 books of Harry Potter read by him would be great.
My next one is Emilia Clarke, who plays Khaleesi, or Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. I think she'll just be great narrating Game of Thrones because I just love her more than anyone else, or Peter Dinklage. I don't really care as long as one of them narrates. Not so much Kit Harington because I don't really understand what he says a lot of the time because he's got a really strong accent. But I really like both of these people. I just think they've got fantasy, mysterious voices that would just take me there to Westeros. So I reckon that I really want that to happen actually because they're too hard to read. I want to listen to it, but I don't want to listen to someone really boring. And George R. R. Martin's such a troll, so I would like that to happen.
My next one is I would love Andrew Scott to read Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie because this is just a combination of all my favourite things. I love Andrew Scott and I kind of want him to read Ignite Me for all the wrong reasons. I love him to be Warner, but he's got I think he'd do a really good whimsical fairy tale voice. It'd be really, and I was thinking I don't really like fairy tales over Peter Pan is obviously my favourite, and him reading Peter Pan would just make me so happy. I think he'd just do it perfectly, and he'd do a really good scary hook, but then a really good cutesy Peter Pan. He'd be great.
I really want Zachary Quinto, who plays Spock in Star Trek, to read out The Humans by Matt Haig because I absolutely adore Matt Haig, and I just really like how the main guy in it is an alien, and I just like how Zachary Quinto plays Spock, and I think that's similar to the guy in The Humans, and that is a really kind of random one, but I was just what would Zachary Quinto be good at? And when I think of him, I think of Spock, so generally that is the combination that I come up with.
My next one is probably, if I was ordering this, would be number 5 because I'm not a massive fan of it. But I want someone to read the Throne of Glass series because I love it, and I'm listening to the Airfire audiobook and I hate the narrator because she's just got really nasally, annoying accent and she just doesn't sound right in my opinion. So I was trying to think of badass females where I like their voice. So I was thinking maybe Emma Stone, but she's kind of a little bit too chatty, so it won't quite be right. I think she'd do a good Selena, but I don't know how her overall narration would be. I think I'd have to listen to her voice and kind of remind myself. But she was all I could think of, so if you can think of a better, awesome, cool, female, badass person that would narrate them, let me know, because I want to think of a better idea. But Emma Stone, I think, would be pretty good.
My next one is my next 2 are kind of pretty obvious. I want John Green to read Life of Pi because I love John Green and I love Life of Pi. that is pretty much it. If you've watched our messed up tag video, I don't know if that's going up before or after this, but if you watch that, you know one of my tropes that I like in books is like that pretentious narrator, and like Life of Pi and John Green just together just would give this awesome like metaphorical like lovely jubbly story, and I just really want these. Now I'm talking about them, I'm just really enthusiastic. We should write to them and say, read these, you really enjoy them. I wonder if John Green has read Life of Pi, because he would really love it.
Probably. He would love it. It's like all his favourite things. My last one is I would like Sir Ian McKellen to read the Lord of the Rings series, because obviously he's a part of the film series and he has a really, really great voice. I think he'd be so good at narrating, and I really struggle at like the idea of reading Lord of the Rings because they're so big and scary, and I tried and I failed, and I definitely think I will read this series through audiobook when I get round to it. So his voice, I think, out of all the cast would be the best, because he just sounds like so magical and fantasy, and obviously his Gandalf bits would be great, but he'd do all like the little hobbits is really good as well because he's such a good actor.
The last one that I have picked is probably one of my favourites. It's Patrick Stump, who's a lead singer of Fall Out Boy, reading All My Friends Are Superheroes by Andrew Coffin, just because he's my favourite singer and he has the voice of an angel. And if he sang, if he sang All My Friends Are Superheroes, that would be like my favourite thing in the entire world. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to want that to happen at some point.
So that's it for our top 10 list. This has definitely got us really excited about audiobooks, and like every time I listen to audiobooks, I never like the voice. I never like the voices, and if it was a celebrity person I could cling to where I already liked their voice, that would be really great. Like I listened to some Roald Dahl audiobooks on the drive to holiday, and they were all celebrities, and they were really good because you could recognise them, and that was just really cute. But I suppose celebrities are too busy being famous for their proper things. They don't have time to sit and read books for hours.
It's been nice to reminisce though, like of the future. So let us know down below if you like any, because I really like thinking about the collabs. We did a video like this where it's like if we want to put a celebrity in another sort of world from like books, and like that, the video didn't do very well. You didn't watch it, so go watch it because it was really funny and it was quite along these lines.
We'll leave that video and all the links to Steve's 10 for 12 down below, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye!
Shameless self-promotion.